Morning ahead of us, partly cloudy skies today, 79, the daytime high. Tomorrow should be fairly nice throughout the day until we get into the afternoon with some clouds and then rain coming in our direction overnight. West Alabama, 8 or 9 o'clock for us here in the Birmingham metro area, more about 11 o'clock event. And then that'll rain all the way into Thursday morning. Thursday's high about 73, so it'll cool off a little bit. But y'all get ready. We're a 2 out of a 5 category as far as severe weather. That means a potential of maybe a pop-up tornado. High winds they're expecting, and a lot of rain, anywhere from about 2.5 inches to 3 inches of rain. Still, we could use that rain, but maybe in a more slow soaking fashion, Richard, rather than just like, a deluge of 3 inches of rain. But we're going to probably get that tomorrow night and just have a source to make sure that you get alerts if you need them, because where everybody is a little bit different. We've got a vast listening area, so what may happen in south of the Birmingham area may be completely different as to what happens north of the Birmingham area.
Exactly.
So just have a way to know what's going on in case there is a tornado warning that maybe gets sent out there.
Got a little note here from Jeff. He says, I've got a new drinking game. Every time Richard says something mildly inappropriate, you take a shot. Wildly inappropriate, 2 shots. To which Steve says, you'll be passed out by 7 a.m. I take offense to that.
Right.
I take offense to that.
Oh, you think you can beat that?
6:30. 6:30 at the latest, he'll be gone. 6:30 at the latest.
I don't know that that's a good idea for a game.
It's a bad idea. Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com. Mr. Bugs, they know what bugs you. When you are in need of mosquito reduction, when you got to get rid of the pests, the pest control is a necessity. When you have to get the small rodents out from under your home, or do your termite bonding, they do all of these things, and they do them all exceptionally well. I'm a huge Mr. Bugs fan because they've been taking care of my different establishments. I lived in a different place 7 years ago. They started about 8 years ago, and now they've led from the new place and do just a great job for me. Bang up. Love them. You'll love them, too. 941-6252. They do work statewide, so you can call it 844-MRBUGGS. They are fast. They are on point. They're on time. They do what they say they're going to do, and I like the price. So bundle it all together and save even more. Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com, 844-MRBUGGS. Mr. Bugs knows what bugs you.
It's Steve's turn.
Well, if you're of a certain age, like the three of us on this show are, you probably recognize, and sorry to the folks on streaming and YouTube who cannot hear this because we don't have the rights to it. This little theme song debuted on a sitcom that showed up in September 1978. Yeah, got introduced to a small little struggling AM station in Cincinnati, Ohio, WKRP. Series debut introduced us to the station's new program director named Andy Travis. Walked in, had to reintroduce himself to the GM who hired him, Arthur Carlson. Said he was going to work to turn the station around, and he did. Basically introducing himself to the morning DJ, Johnny Caravello. Said, we're changing the format, and no warning, no announcement, just do it. And Johnny switched his name to Dr. Johnny Fever, and by the way, Johnny, you can say booger on the air. From there, and for the next 90 episodes over the next 4 years, we watched the trials and tribulations of this small operation as it made its way in the world of rock and roll, along with their evening DJ, Venus Flytrap, Bailey Quarters, typical 70s used car salesman type Herb Tarlick, quirky news director Les Nessman, and of course, the drop-dead gorgeous receptionist Jennifer Marlowe. Thing about it is, though, in real life, the FCC kind of parked those call letters for a while. But in 2015, a small station in Raleigh, North Carolina signed on LPFM, Low Power FM, had those call letters. But now, things changing once again. Seems there's an FCC rule that says if it's a low power FM station that has the call letters, you can actually have 2 different radio stations that have the same call letters. So a station in Cincinnati said, this seems kind of fun. So the new WKRP in Cincinnati, using the moniker the Oasis, launched officially yesterday. Station leadership said that they plan to honor the TV show without making a parody of it. Station's format's going to play hit music from the 60s through the 80s, including some of the music that was featured in the original TV show. not that generic music heard in the DVD release some years ago. They just couldn't get the rights to all the songs used in the original show and the budget they had for the DVDs. But if you happen to be traveling in and around Cincinnati, you can use the main frequency, 97.7. No, it's not an FM, it's an AM. Plus, they have sister stations that run the same format in Dayton, Ohio, and a small town in northern Kentucky, so they hope to be around for a long time. And to add in to the nostalgia of the call letters, making their first real appearance on the radio station in Cincinnati, they played the TV's theme song that you just heard from midnight Monday morning until 6 a.m. And they actually contacted Gary Sanders, who portrayed that new program director, Andy Travis, I talked about a few moments ago. He voiced the official introduction of the new call letters for the Oasis at 6 a.m. yesterday morning, and he will be the voice of the radio station for some time to come. So there is actually now a WKRP in Cincinnati.
It's really cool. It really is.
Kind of fun.
That is fun.
It seems to me that if you're going to have the call letters WKRP, you don't need to call yourself the Oasis as well. Like, just leave that by the wayside.
Yeah,
Just
you should have just
KRP.
called yourself WKRP.
Just be WKRP. But then again, it is, like you say, people of our age know this and understand this. Some of the things about that show that are kind of interesting is that Gary Sandy originally, it was supposed to
Sorry,
be
Gary
his
Sandy,
vehicle.
you're right, not Sanders.
Yeah, no,
Sandy.
it's supposed to be his vehicle. He was supposed to, what they pictured was a Mary Tyler Moore show featuring a guy. And it was going to be Gary Sandy coming into this place and changing the radio station, and it was going to be all about him. And, of course, immediately the wild cast of characters around him, Arthur Carlson, Jennifer, Herb Tarlick, Les Nessman, Venus Flytrap, and Johnny Fever, immediately seized control of the show.
And he became the sane voice in the a mass of chaos.
It's a pretty standard format. It's this one lone sane man surrounded by crazy
jobs.
people. You saw that in Green Acres. You saw it on the Bob Newhart show, to some degree Frasier. But yeah, a pretty common format. And unfortunately, the sane voice is frequently the one that gets completely lost, and he was.
He was, yeah.
I
He
mean-
was overshadowed.
Yeah, sad but true. By the way, let's not leave out Bailey Quarters.
I never do.
Jan Smithers.
You notice if I actually mentioned her first after
Oh, that explains it. I missed it. I was waiting. I missed it.
I talked about Andy Travis and the big guy. I talked about Bailey Quarters.
The big guy. They tried to bring it back around again in syndication later, and it just didn't work.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Did have Tawny Katane in it, but that was about really all that they could bring to the table.
Yeah. Well, they brought Johnny Fever back for a minute. That was kind of cool. But
Yeah,
then they
kind of
had
in a guest star role.
Michael Day Barr and a couple of other people that they tried to sell it with. It was never going to fly. Interestingly, Howard Hessman was originally brought in to play Les Nessman because he had this history of playing dweebish characters. And he said, I don't want to do that. I want to be the cool morning guy. Can I be the cool morning guy? And they were like, all right, well.
Can you?
Can we find someone else to be Les Nessman? And the answer was yes. Yes, they could. In fact, he turned out to be fantastic in the role. My favorite part of that was that he didn't actually have an office. He just had tape on the floor where the walls were supposed to
And he
be.
made sure everybody either knocked on the door or used an imaginary doorknob.
That's right. Had to use the imaginary door. How dare you? How dare you just wander into my office like this?
They said that they were planning on doing two things. They will not do a turkey drop, but they will do something special for Thanksgiving.
Cool.
And they are thinking about trying to do something with a carp outfit for a mascot.
Nice.
That'd be good.
Here's two things that I can tell you about this show. Because people always ask me when they find out I'm in radio, they go, is it like WKRP? Everything
In
you
some
saw,
ways, yeah.
Everything you saw on the show that seemed real was not.
Yeah.
I mean, never was. All the stuff that seemed completely bizarre and absurd, that was more like reality. The strange thing, I mean, I actually had the whole deal where Johnny Fever was getting drunk and his reflexes kept getting faster and faster. That happened to me at a radio station down in Montgomery. I mean, I actually got the more drunk I got, the sharper I got. And they were just like, we need you to run over some cones, Richard. You're
Yeah,
going to
just
have to
do
run
it,
over some cones. We're
please.
begging you. We all want to go home. I'm like, you got me doing a 10-mile-an-hour course at 35, and I'm acing it. Let's see how fast we can go. No, you're gonna run over somebody. Let's not do that.
But I will
Anyway.
tell you that it is when you think about and you're writing a book about it, the stories you could tell in this business behind the scenes. It's not so much about what happens on air. It's all the stuff that happens off air. It'd be easy to write several books based on what some of our experiences are over the
Yeah.
long careers we've had.
Problem with you people is that you're not weird enough because I got no chapters about this.
Well, and again, it's not as weird, I guess, because you can't get away with as much as, say, we could in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, there
No
was
doubt.
stuff going on in the building that you're like, you just, I can't even describe some
yeah.
of the things that were
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
Absolutely. I was in the building. Not this building. I was in another building, but
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, no, that didn't happen. I mean, just bizarre things that took place.
good times,
Mm-hmm.
good times. Well, if I find myself in or around the Cincinnati area, I'll give it a listen. But I don't plan on traveling there anytime soon, so maybe not. 9:16 with Dixon and Vining. Stick around. There is much more to come. That's me on the harmonica, by the way.
Pretty good.
Thanks. I just learned how to play. 921 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk and 99.5.com. Now, we do know that there's going to be rain tomorrow night, and there could be some severe weather, usually meaning something along the lines of hail, some high winds, thunder, lightning, possibly a pop-up tornado. Okay. Now, what happens after that? Things get very still. You get that fresh, clean air the next day. You get that 72-degree high. I think it was going to be somewhere in there. And that's Thursday. Friday, we get a little warmer. Saturday, we're warmer still, and then we're all out on the lake on a boat from Rodney's Marine. See, that's how that works.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You go to Rodney's. You can rent a boat there, a Suzuki-powered boat. You can rent at rodneysmarine.com. You can go to Lake Fest this weekend. Lake Fest!
That's a lot of fun.
Taking place this weekend. There's bands and there's all kinds of vendors, and Rodney's is going to have their pontoons and tritoons, Silver Wave Starcraft out there with the Suzuki Power and the 5-year warranty, all the accessories, nicest people on the planet. You'll be joined by everyone else who's interested in boating, so it's going to be like a community thing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Lake Fest is the 8th through the 10th, and you can jump out there and check out Rodney's Marine. Again, Suzuki-powered Center and Suzuki-powered Starcraft boats. Get in touch with Rodney's Marine. So you got yourself a boat and get out there for Lake Fest this weekend. Rodney's Marine is located right there off of 231 Lake Logan, Martin, and Cropwell. You can call them 525-1500. Maybe think about renting a boat. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if they got any left because we're so close to Lake Fest, but it's worth the phone call and at least inquire. 525-1500. Check them out on Facebook and their website, rodneysmarine.com.
Sean Langdon just broke the NHRA speed record with a 345-mile-per-hour run at a South Georgia Motorsports Park. Wow.
Sweet.
NHRA being the National Hot Rod Association, and you know how long he traveled for 345 miles per hour? Probably. Approximately 3.5 seconds.
Wow. That was it.
Yeah, these top fuel dragsters are really fun to watch. I mean, I got to go to the Gator Nationals many years ago and see in person. I'd never been to a drag race, a real drag race before. Holy cow. I mean, it is. First off, I was amazed by the breakdown of the crowd that was there. Old, young, black, white, male, female, anybody and everybody, like, everyone's into drag racing. I was like, this is so cool. It crosses all lines of all kinds. I don't know how many gay people were there. Probably like 2. But, I mean, another person and me. Anyway.
Keep going, Richard.
But, you know, these top fuel dragsters, these guys are, I saw one hit the wall, man. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, when the accidents happen, it's ugly.
Because those cars are built kind of so light so that they can go that fast, but they also have spoilers on them to keep them on the ground and keep them from flying and whatever. But when they do hit something, they tend to break apart pretty easily.
There's not much to that vehicle.
That's exactly what happened with this one. The guy was okay. The driver was okay. I didn't recognize him. I did get to see John Force race. He's one of the biggest names in the industry. And now his daughter.
She just retired, Brittany.
Yeah, I think she's the one that hit the previous record. Brittany Force had the 343.51 miles per hour set last year.
Yeah, I was about to say, she just said it last year. We got to talking about it, and we got to thinking, 345 is in reach when Brittany hit that 343. We didn't think it was going to happen this quick.
Yeah.
Man.
1,000-foot track.
Yeah.
1,000
Can you imagine
feet.
if they were still doing quarter miles?
3.724 seconds. Boom, done. That's all the fat. You have that chute that opens up. Got to slow this thing down somehow. It's amazing.
It's impressive.
I love this, and I also love those things that happen on the salt flats out in Utah.
Yeah. I love watching that.
If you've never seen it, The World's Fastest Indian is a movie that stars, what's his name?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, exactly. And he plays a guy from New Zealand who took a motorcycle out there. He had engineered the thing to the point where it was going to travel faster than any motorcycle had ever traveled before. And they managed to take 3 or 4 races and sort of combine them into one so that you could get the whole story in one movie. But it really is a fascinating film. And Helen Mirren's in it, too. I love her. She's great. What's not to like, huh? Let's see. Oh, geez. Someone else on the Mets is headed to the injured reserve list.
Ooh.
He's got a fractured thumb.
Oh.
Oh man, I tell you what, the Mets are just not. It's not their year. Bless their hearts. I know they'd like to do well, or they'd like to do better. On a happier note, we have Taylor Swift becoming the first woman ever to sell 100 million albums.
Not shocked by that.
Now, she's got a lot of albums out and available, so that's not that hard to believe. They mentioned legendary names such as the Beatles, Garth Brooks, Elvis Presley, and the Eagles. I'm like, oh, Michael Jackson, where's he on that list? I mean, he sold 60 million copies of Thriller alone. I know that he sold 100 million albums. He has to have. Between Bad and Dangerous and Off the Wall and all of that, I guarantee you the guy sold over 100 million. If not, he's 98.5. He's right there on the edge.
It's just like, Taylor Swift just keeps going and going. A year will go by, and then she's got another album out, and now she's touring again, and it's like, girl, at some point, you got to stop and rest. But I guess, she's realizing that this is the height of her career. Keep going.
Make that hay while the sun shines,
Yeah,
I
as
say.
they say. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's in the very, very,
But it's
very
just,
thick of it.
you don't hear like, you hear like Adele, I'm going to take a year and a half off.
Right.
And then she's out in Las Vegas for a while. Well, now I'm going to take another year off. And you're like, you never hear Taylor Swift going, I'm going to take some time off.
I think
It's
she's
very rare.
I think she's looking at the cautionary tale of Taylor Dane, who did that, who was hot as fire for a while, and she said, you know what? I'm going to take a year off. Never heard from her again.
No.
She just vanished.
According to what I can find, Michael sold over 81 million records in the U.S. alone. So, yeah, he's well over it worldwide.
Gotta be. Look, along with John Fetterman, there are some people about whom we can say, we were wrong. Okay? We thought the man was crazy. We thought that he was bonkers. He was off his rocker. We thought that he was just a standard lefty lib, hated the sweatshirt, hated the shorts, hated the Shrek look, hated everything about him. And now we find out that he's really pretty common sense. I mean, there's a lot of Democrat stuff that he still believes in. He still believes in, letting about a third of the prisoners out. I'm like, maybe not so.
But he's not afraid to speak out. Again, when common sense, we mentioned that earlier this morning, is hitting you in the face, where other Democrats are like, nope, we're gonna stand against this, even though you look foolish, because it is common sense.
Yeah, we got to give him some props for that. And I think we ought to give some props to Shadur Sanders for getting his degree from Colorado a year after leaving for the NFL. He left, and he continued his studies, and he went and got his degree because he, like a lot of guys, realized, hey, this might not be forever, This NFL thing may not be lasting forever.
Education's important.
He did better in the NFL than I expected him to. He got there sooner, into a starting position sooner than I anticipated. He did better than I anticipated. Did he do great? No, but better than I anticipated. And getting the degree was the icing on the cake. It was a wise move on his part. Obviously, Primetime taught him well. And Quentin Tarantino is not going to helm it. He's producing it, and it was his idea, a Django Zorro crossover movie. Just putting Jamie Foxx back into the Django outfit is enough to get me on board, but I have been a Zorro fan since I was a little kid. Like a huge Zorro fan. I saw both the Antonio Banderas movies.
Oh, yeah.
Love Zorro. Django and Zorro? You can't go wrong.
No.
You cannot go wrong. Can we get Antonio Banderas back to play the role? Let's do it.
Good.
Hey, that just reminded me we have to give away some Jawbone Jam tickets. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right after I tell you about this fantastic live auction real estate auction that is taking place Thursday, day after tomorrow. Yep. 1 p.m. It is at 4400 Pinson Valley Parkway. 3.5 acres. I'm sorry, 2.3 acres. I was way off. 2.3 acres, plus a 3,400 square foot building with lobby and executive offices and a bank vault. Hello. You could use this thing for almost anything. Make it a retail store, a package store. You can make it your own office, or if you'd like to make it a gas and convenience store. There's in and outside storage. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this, including, and this is interesting, the property secured by a solar-assisted perimeter protection system. Much to love here. Much to love here. Go to gtauctions.com to find out more. gtauctions.com. They'll tell you everything you need to know about how you can bid on this, the terms of auction. They have a bank letter sample. They can even set up a tour date for you. You're going to have to hurry because this is, once again, the day after tomorrow at 1 p.m. But there you'll see the zoning and the survey and a photo gallery that'll give you an idea of what it is you're looking at. They do this all the time, Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing, and they can do it for you as well if you'd like to auction off a piece of your own property. Go to gtauctions.com to find out more. gtauctions.com. All right, I'm going to throw out a question that somebody is going to, let's have them call the answer in, shall we? This will be fun. 545-9950. You're going to call in the answer to this question because, of course, Jawbone Jam features our buddies, Brother Kane, who have been doing this for a long time, 30 years or so. Very, very great group. Damon Johnson, the guy at the head of that. Extremely well known. Extremely well known because we mentioned the other day that in 2011, he started playing guitar for Thin Lizzy. Now, I think we all know he's played with Leonard Skinner. We all know he played with Brother Kane. Give me the one other big name act that Damon Johnson was the guitarist for and traveled with. One big name, really big name act. Big. Did I mention big?
You said big.
Name act.
Yes, a couple times.
You might know him.
You might. 545-9950, the telephone number. Give us a call if you can name the other really big name act. Really big. It's a really big act. It's a huge act. Right here. You're right here on our stage.
That's pretty good, Rich.
Between Topo Gigio and the aerial photos of Kate Smith.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing Damon Johnson playing guitar with a fabulous big name act that you're really going to love.
Let's go get you tickets May 15th. That's a week from Friday. Iron City for our 10-year anniversary Jawbone Jam.
Yeah, man.
Got to get tickets. Ticketmaster, you can purchase them there, or ironcitybham.com, or you could win them right now. 545-9950. Good luck.
Go for it.
And thank you very much to Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group, our presenting sponsor.
We love you.
Of this year's Jawbone Jam. But we want you to be there. Leland's going to broadcast the show live that afternoon, 2 to 6. Doors will open after that, and then the music gets underway with Brother Kane and the other bands at 8 o'clock at Iron City, so don't miss it.
We have not one. Oh, wait. No, finally, we have one. I'm like, wait a minute.
One
person finally? One person's willing to take a guess at it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, look, I'll keep these tickets. It won't worry me at all. I have friends who'd like to go. America's snack habits are getting a makeover. Generation Z and Gen Alpha are leading the charge. The snack aisle at the grocery store is going to look a little different as younger consumers reshape demand, favoring snacks with simpler ingredients, more nutritional benefits, and lower upfront costs. 35% of parents who are buying snacks for their households with Gen Alpha kids born after 2010 say they prioritize natural ingredients. 34% are actively seeking high-protein options. Well, there you go. According to Nielsen IQ data reported by the National Association of Convenience Stores. This is interesting. I think the fight against processed food is finally beginning to take hold.
Yeah. Enough has been brought up about it and really how it's harming our bodies, the colors, the dyes that are in our food, what's the nutritional value of some of these
massive
products.
Amount of fat and absolutely no benefit to you whatsoever except for filling your belly.
Yeah,
with
a little bit of
tasty
that.
goodness.
We can all do better with that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how things change over time here. Right now, let's go to the phones where Jimbo is on the line. Jimbo, you're on Talk 99.5 with Dixon and Vining. How are you, sir?
Doing well, and yourself?
Fantastic. It sounds like you're just rolling over railroad tracks. What is that? What are you doing right now?
Well, I'm working for a living.
That's good.
You know
That's
what? Let's take a guess. I'm going to guess. He sounds like the Budweiser truck when it pulls up and they have that sliding door, you know, and then they put the beer on the cases of beer on the dolly, and then he rolls it into the. I just heard that.
When it comes to alcohol, you can trust Valerie. She is a lush.
Or it could be soft drinks,
yeah.
you know, Coca-Cola, could be Pepsi, something like that.
So what's the story, Jimbo? Is that
what
what's
are you
going
doing,
on there?
Jimbo?
Yes. I can't disclose.
All right.
Aha, see?
We'll take that.
I was right.
We'll consider that a win for you.
Okay, thank
Congratulations. Here's the question.
Can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
All right. Name the other big act for whom Damon Johnson plays guitar.
Leonard Skinner?
Already mentioned that. I said we all know he played Leonard
I'm
Skinner.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed that.
You got another one?
What did you say?
Alice Cooper.
There you go. That's the one. Yes, congratulations. Bravo. Yes, he has toured with Alice Cooper for really years and years. It's hard to imagine seeing Alice Cooper without Damon Johnson. There you go. He's still working. Congratulations. You've just won yourself a pair of tickets to go to the Jawbone Gym. Coming up May 15th at Iron City, you'll see cattle, you'll see stone horses, you'll see Damon Johnson and Brother Kane. All of this brought to you by our friends at the Knowles Group, Iron City. Talk 99.5 Dixon Dividing, and from Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois, 60609.
All right, Jimbo, we're going to put you on hold, and we will not disclose where it is you work, but you need to tell Steve because the curiosity is killing me.
Wow.
We will not repeat it. You're safe with us.
I wouldn't believe her if I were
But
you.
tell Steve. Anyways, hang on. He's got to get some information
There's a
from
little
you.
info so that we can get you into the show.
That's what it sounds like. He said
Congratulations.
he's delivering whatever, you know, that little slider. You know what I'm talking about? Those doors? That's what it sounds like.
It does sound exactly like that. Apparently, there's some frozen pizzas that were sold at Walmart and Aldi, and they've been recalled over salmonella risks.
Oh, no.
Great value cheese stuffed crust chicken bacon ranch pizza.
Oh, that sounds like a good pizza.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh,
it'll
what a
ever
shame.
The biscuit crust sausage and cheese breakfast pizza, as well as the biscuit crust cooked pork belly crumbles, cooked bacon topping, and pepper and onion breakfast pizza were recalled, all with Best By dates between February 17th and February 26th. Good Lord. 2 types of Mama Cosie's frozen pizzas sold at Aldi. Okay. May 1st update, the FSIS added a wider range of products, including Great Value's Thin Crust Chicken Bacon Ranch and Stuffed Crust Chicken Bacon Ranch, which are sold at the Wally World.
Such a shame. Such a waste. Oh, well.
Yeah, you're not going to find me buying a chicken bacon ranch pizza. Again, it's got ranch. I wanted pizza.
I didn't want,
If I wanted pizza, I'm going to go get a pizza. KFC has launched 2 new dipping sauces that seem too good to be true.
Oh,
Honey Chili Crisp, a balance of sweetness and heat,
I like the sound of that.
and Jalapeno Ranch. Jalapeno Ranch, creamy ranch with cilantro and jalapeno for a fresh-tasting, herb-forward kick.
We need to try this.
I guess they're dipping their chicken fingers in it,
That's
or
what it
maybe
looks
their
like.
fries, or
Chicken fingers.
maybe anything and everything.
I want
don't know.
there's a picture of the KFC bucket with all these pieces of chicken fingers and French fries mixed in it and the dipping sauce. I was like, I want that.
Why do I have a sneaking suspicion that if you get this bucket, you open it up, it's going to be like a sad little collection at the bottom? It's not going to look like this at all. It's spilling over the top. It's like, oh, it's so full, we couldn't get the top on. And you open it actually at the place, and you're like, that's it.
It's
all
like
I need.
opening up a bag of Lay's potato chips.
Yes.
3/4 of it's gone.
Greg Warren says, you're buying air. You just bought, you know what you got? A balloon with some chips inside. They should sell it in the balloon aisle.
So true.
Can't argue with that.
Weighs about as much.
Speaking of Lay's,
Yes.
the World Cup inspired potato chips I said I really wanted to try. I've been looking for them forever.
Yes.
I've been looking in the wrong place.
Oh, where are they?
How dare
Target.
you.
They're at Target.
Target, yeah, a place you'd never go.
Nope. They won't let me in. The 3 different flavors are the Brazilian-style garlic sauce, the wavy French onion soup,
Oh, yum.
and the Argentinian-style barbecue potato chips. They say asado, but we'll make that easy and say barbecue.
If I'd known that, I would have gone into the Target that I was near last night when I was playing trivia.
And they're like 2 for $5 at
Really?
Target. Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
I noticed this the other day, and I think this is actually pretty good, and it might be beneficial. I was at Food City. I was visiting the mayor. I know him. And they had all these Lay's chips in a smaller bag. Now, obviously, this is not the single-serve bag.
No, it's kind of like in between. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Right. And they were all $2.50. And I was like, I was reminded of something, and I thought, why is that hitting me? Why is that hitting me so hard? The memory feels. I was like, this is the size of every bag of chips that I saw in Dublin. Like, there weren't family size or party size bags. They didn't exist.
Yeah.
I didn't go into a lot of grocery stores there.
It's not an individual bag, but it's maybe enough for 2 or 3 people, and that's it.
I think they're meant
or three
probably
servings.
4 would be my guess. Is
Yeah.
they probably think it's serving for 4. But this is good that we're limiting that, because otherwise, in America, we're like, I'll take the party size. It's a party of 1. Thank you very much. And then you go home and you open it up and you sit there and you watch whatever sport you're on TV while your hand consistently goes from that bag to your mouth, and you wonder why you're obese. Or is
Right.
that just
Or
me?
maybe we should go back to the individual bags,
Yeah.
because as Americans, we eat too much.
Well, individual bags, I have to put away 2 or 3 of those.
Right. That's the problem. Now you're back to the bag that you just bought at the store for $2.50.
Mm-hmm. No, it's
So
actually
just buy the 250 bag and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, you can finish that
All the
sucker
way to
off
the
easy.
bottom with that.
Finish that sucker off easy. Oreo's about to release cookies with a first-of-its-kind filling. Steve was talking about these off the air the other day. This would be the Firecracker Popsicle Cookies.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay,
Is it a popsicle or a cookie?
it's a cookie. It's got the golden cookie, and it's got 3 layers of filling: red, white, and blue. Okay, the red is cherry. The blue is raspberry, which I find weird. The white is, I don't know what the white is.
So why do they have a
just do the regular
popsicle on the
cream,
bag? I don't
regular
understand that.
Oh,
Okay.
you remember the old bomb pop?
Yes.
Red, white, and blue.
Right.
This is what they're selling. What they want to call it is the Bomb Pop cookie, but they don't want the word bomb on the package.
Right. You probably can't do that.
So they call it the Firecracker pack.
Mm.
And that is, what you're getting
Okay.
there. So I thought that there must be some, because last time I had Firecracker Oreos, it had Pop Rocks in it.
Right.
And it was just kind of annoying.
And I was hoping you were going to say that's not in there.
It's not in there.
Good.
To the best that we can tell,
Not in
no.
these. Yeah. So
Okay, I understand the marketing behind it.
I have a complex history with Bomb Pops.
You do.
Yes.
Really?
Well, we'd already had one bomb threat at the radio station when I was working in the studio one behind Steve over there, Rock 99,
Oh, yeah.
and I was responsible for it because I got
The
a letter.
package at the back door?
Well, no. This was when I got a letter from a guy with the KKK. And I read it on the air and made fun of him mercilessly. First off, because he had a lot of misspellings and a lot of, bad punctuation.
Oh,
And
boy.
I just ripped him up one side and down the other. So, of course, phoned in a bomb threat, told us there was a bomb in the building, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And everybody had to flee, except I'm like, guys, if someone isn't here to push this button, the next song doesn't start. So
You got to stay.
I'm going to stay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, they were fighting me every step of the way. You got to leave. I'm like, I don't believe it. I think this guy's a wuss. He doesn't have the guts to plant a bomb. He wouldn't know how to make a bomb. I don't believe it for a second. I'm staying. And I stayed. And the bomb squad came, and they checked everything out, and then they left, and life was good. The next threat we got was, as you said, the package at the
There's a
back door,
package
which was really
Well,
a bag of beer bottles.
I think that there was panic because of the previous
Right.
thing, and everybody was on edge.
Right.
And so there was this weird package at the back, and it was, the first thing that comes to mind.
Right. Somebody
We've got
left
another
something
bomb.
there.
So here comes the police
Right.
and not rescue
So
squad,
it was a
but
bag of beer bottles?
It was a bag of
it
beer
was
bottles.
in a brown bag,
Yes,
though.
that one of
and
our
it looked suspicious by the back door.
people suspected was something else.
Yeah,
So then here comes number 3.
I remember that one.
Somebody shows up and they've got a box and it's a bomb pop box.
Mm-hmm.
And written on the side are all of the names of groups like Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top and AC/DC and so on and so forth. And he leaves it at the front desk and says, this is for Mason and Dixon. And the front desk woman
Freaked
panics
out.
and contacts the
Yeah.
GM who's like, clear the building. And I'm like, I'm still staying. I'm still staying. It's not, I don't believe it for a second.
I remember that
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So he delivered you an
was a
entire
box.
package of bomb pops?
It was actually an ice cream guy who loved the show who brought us a box of bomb pops because he
That's
wanted
actually
us to
kinda
have
cool.
a box. It was cool. Unfortunately, after the bomb squad blew it up,
Nice.
we didn't get to really enjoy any of the bomb pops.
I think it was the third one. I was in my office or something, and I just shut the door. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Had enough of this.
I'm not going down those stairs again and sit outside for 45 minutes.
Did they at least blow it up in the parking lot so you could see?
They did.
Oh, okay.
They did.
And
There-
what
there-
was left? Just a bunch of goo on the ground.
There was a fourth one, by the way, which I think was from the
No.
original guy.
Yes.
And he brought a box over, and he had a tape to the top of it, a smoke bomb fuse,
Oh, jeez.
and he left it on the windshield of one of the vans. And one of our esteemed promotions people picked it up and brought it inside.
Yeah, we were like,
Good
what?
move.
What are you doing?
You picked it up.
What are
brought
you
it in.
doing? And it ends up sitting on our GM's desk. His name was Davis Hawkins. It sat there, and again, everybody clear the building, clear the building. I'm like, I'm still not leaving. I'm still not leaving. All outside. This is the fourth one of these things we've been through now. And Frank Giardina, our esteemed engineer, he says, wait, what? Somebody picked it up and carried it? He said,
Inside.
He goes, where is it now? Somebody said it's on Davis Hawkins' desk. He comes upstairs, gets the box, goes downstairs, brings it out in the parking lot, sets it down, and goes, everybody go back to work.
Done with this.
And the bomb squad came and blew that one up, and there was a
See,
rock inside
I was-
the package.
I
Big
was-
stone.
Rock,
Big
I was
So
stone.
they made
talking
pebbles.
about WKRP, and I'm not joking. That's just one of like 10 million
Yep.
stories that you're just
yeah.
like, you can't make this stuff
You
up.
cannot make this stuff up. When I tell people I sat there through 4 bomb threats, they're always like, what are you, insane? I'm like, I was responsible for most of them. I feel like I owed the company something, you know? 9:52 with Dixon and Vining. Your texts and the Dixon and Vining question of the day coming up next. 9:56, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. The Alabama Men's Clinic treats the whole man. Whether you're dealing with ED, low T, weight loss or hair loss, you need peptides, you need GLP-1. They have all of this stuff. It's real urology-backed medicine with real doctors who really take good care of you. And they know what they're talking about. I know, because they got my testosterone where it needed to be. It's just kind of a natural thing. If you've been around for a while, your testosterone begins to wane. And these guys managed to get it right back up between that 600 and 900 where we were looking for. Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000. You can make that call, make an appointment. $99 for your initial consultation, and your life begins improving on that day. Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000, or online, alabamamensclinic.com. Make the call. Now, let's do this.
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
You've been kidnapped. You can call on one fictional character to attempt to rescue. Who you going to call? Who are you going to call? Steve West.
Jack Bauer.
JB, love me some Jack Bauer. As long as he's, not being held in a Chinese or a Russian prison, he'll be fine. Valerie?
I'm going with Dr. Henry Walton, Indy. Indiana Jones.
I see. All righty.
Indy.
All righty. I can't believe you guys aren't going with Jack Reacher. That's hard to believe. Yeah.
I've
Thought about that.
it,
Thought about John Wick.
but I figured a lot of people would pick that, so it was somebody else. How about you?
I think I'm going to go with Pee Wee Herman for the entertainment purpose.
Absolutely.
I think that would be great.
He would annoy the crap out of your kidnappers.
I know you are, but what am I? Let's see. Liam Neeson in Taken.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
He's got it all. Daredevil. Wolverine. Hey, what about Deadpool? Deadpool would be a pretty good answer.
We actually talked about this last night because Spud brought it up at trivia, and I was like, who did I choose? Would you choose Deadpool? Maybe.
I don't know. He's the merc with a mouth, but he doesn't always get the job done.
Not always. And if he does, it usually is pretty messy.
Bernard and Miss Bianca. That would be from The Rescuers. Outside the box a bit, I'll put my money on Walter White / Heisenberg to find a way. Okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Worf, son of Moog.
Sure.
The Inspector Clouseau. Jack Reacher.
Jeff says underdog. And Grumpy Old Goat said Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken, good answer. I like that. Aunt Esther or Spock. Let's see.
Wow, two very different answers.
Batman. Where does he get those wonderful toys? John the Baba Yaga Wick. Captain Miller, Saving Private Ryan. Raymond Reddington. Very good.
Houston says Electra. Patrick said Vicky the Small Wonder Robot.
I'm not so sure about that.
Donald added Rescue Rangers.
Rescue Rangers. Why not? Wolverine. Charles Bronson. Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Brian Mills from Taken. Okay. Wonder Woman, the new one, all day long.
Wonder Woman.
I think we'll see what's going on there.
Linda Carter wouldn't be a bad one either.
I could take it either way. Captain Caveman. Or Robert McCall, of course, from Equalizer.
Equalizer.
That's it for me. We are out of here. Back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.